So today is the 18th of December 2023. It's a Monday. Good start to the week. What have I done today? So today I've just been prospecting and learning pretty much. Nothing crazy, nothing fun, just doing the basics, just doing what I need to do, getting by. So obviously I'm still doing my book a week sort of goal. At the moment I'm reading 100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi, which is his new one. And yeah, it's really, again, really good book, really insightful, and it's good. It's what I need really. It's given me a lot of good pointers, a lot of good tips. And yeah, I've become a bit of a bookworm recently, but the thing is, it's someone's life's work contained into 200 odd pages. You get so much information from each book, so you can't really complain. So yeah, I'm just trying to soak up as much as I can essentially. And then as well as that, so obviously I've got my reviews from like previous clients on my website, but I thought I wanted to get them on somewhere else that's more reliable. So I've been getting all my reviews up on Trustpilot, been getting them to upload them onto there for me. So that's going good. I'm just trying to prepare myself and be ready for the new year. Right now there's no point starting anything. We've got a week till Christmas. Everyone's fucked off. I mean, even on the trains it was empty today, like completely empty, when the other weeks have been absolutely rammed. So yeah, I'm just using this time to learn as much as I can, get as many leads as I can, and then I'm going to try a few different strategies to outreach to people and see what works and see what doesn't. I'm going to try some paid ads. I'm going to try some email campaigns again. I'm going to try using my contacts, people that I know already. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but yeah, it's looking good. At the moment, I've become a little bit obsessed with sort of like optimizing stuff, like trying to get the most out of my day, because what I found is, right, I'm coming up here, I'm getting up nice and early, getting into this space about 8:30, 9 a.m. and just starting to work straight away. But it's actually scaring me how fast the days are going. Like literally, it's just like, it worries me how quick the time goes, and it's making me think, like, okay, I need to be quicker at everything. Everything needs to be more efficient. I need more speed. I need more accuracy in everything, because the time's just flying by. And now I see why it takes the amount of years that it does, because you barely have any time as it is. Like, the time goes so quickly. It's actually unbelievable. Like, especially from about 9 till 1, that's the main bit where I just blink and the time's gone. Like, it's mental. So I'm just trying to optimize my day where I can. Like, so for example, changing times when I read, so I have more times for other things. So at the moment, what I've been doing, I've been leaving my laptop and all my stuff here, just so I don't need to carry it back and forth. And plus, because we get back so late, I couldn't really properly get into anything. So what I've been doing is, instead of reading as much here, I'll read maybe a little bit here and then the rest of it when I get home, or I'll read it all at home. Just balancing out like that, trying to again make the most out of my day, make the most of the time that I'm in this office, which is about 8:30 till about 7 p.m. every day at the moment. And yes, that's the first thing I'm doing. And the second thing I've started doing, so little fun fact, so restaurants like Kazuma or Sushi Samba, I love them. I go when I can really. And one thing that those places do is they play very upbeat, fast-paced music in the background, and it's designed to make you eat quicker and to make you move quicker and everything, just to get you going really, to get you in and out, get the people moving. So what I've been doing, I've found a playlist that they use in their restaurants, and I'm playing it over the computer whilst I'm prospecting. So I'm trying to cut down my times for everything. So this morning I did a few prospects, I can't remember, just under 100. And on this website that I'm finding them on anyway, there's 20 per page. So each page was taking me like 21 to 22 minutes, right? and that was with no music. So now I found this playlist and I thought, right, let me try it and let me see how it happens. So each page is now taking me about 17 to 18 minutes. So I've saved 4 to 5 minutes per 20 prospects. So instead of 60 prospects taking me just over an hour, I can now do an extra like 10 to 20 per hour, which obviously adds up big time. So yeah, I'm just trying to optimize my day. I probably sound like a bit of a nutter. I probably sound like, what is this guy on about? But yeah, I've just sort of got a bit of a smack in the face, really. Like, fucking hell, like, I really don't have that much time. And it just puts it into perspective why it takes all those years to get to that level, because it just takes so long and you don't have the time you think you have. So yeah, that's what I've been doing recently, just trying to optimize everything to the max. So yeah, I don't know, it sounds weird, but I'm quite proud of myself as well. Like, most people my age are just worried about getting to the pub and drinking and getting on the packet and all that bollocks. And I'm sitting here worrying how I can do an extra 10 to 20 prospects an hour, or worrying that my reading's taking too much of my time during the day, so I need to read at night. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting to see the different levels of where everyone's at around me and how they compare to me and what I'm doing compared to them. I just find it fascinating, and just sort of as well proud of myself, really, that's what I'm doing compared to them, and the progress I'm making and developing myself as much as I am compared to them. I've become sort of obsessed with this self-development thing and trying to be the best version of myself. So I'm just gonna keep going at it. The momentum's there. There's no way I'm stopping now. Like, I'm too deep in it to stop. I've come too far. I've learned too much. I've got too much knowledge. It makes no sense to stop. It's not even an option. So yeah, so look, I haven't got any physical results that I can go, here we go. Look, I've made some money. That was a few months ago. Oh yeah, my family friend client has signed back on, so I've got a bit more cash coming in. He's the only one at the moment, but again, it's not all about the money now. The results aren't physical. They're not numbers on the screen. They're not the amount of clients on my books. So it's hard to show the progress, but I know within me that I'm learning a lot and developing a lot, and I've got a really good understanding of what I'm doing. So yeah, that's where we are for now at the moment. So I'm happy with how things are going. And then the only other thing I wanted to talk about really is in a concept I find quite interesting. It's around girls. So this summer was my first summer being properly single, right? And it came at a time within the business when I lost all my clients apart from one, and I got very stuck with the business. I thought I'd got to a really good place where I could make really good progress, and I sort of just like got completely stuck, and didn't know where to go with it. And so this summer I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of interaction with girls, let's call it that. And I messed about a lot, blah, 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 whatever. Come to start of September, end of August, I was like, I'm wasting too much time doing this. Like, I've got a dream, I've got a goal of what I want to do, and I'm wasting hours and hours entertaining girls, and it's pointless. And so September, from end of August, start of September to around, let's say mid-November, I stopped talking to girls. I just cut them all off. I just stopped. And again, a few months ago, I had my lonely phase, let's say. And it's when in my opinion, I went too extreme with it all. I cut everyone off, I stopped talking to everyone, and I just focused on me. Now, all right, don't get me wrong, I learn a lot, but mentally I wasn't in a good place because I'd segregated myself so much. I lost all that social connection. And like that billionaire told me, life is about people, communication, relationships. Anyway, so I started sort of slowly integrating myself back into my groups, my friends, people, and just up in the social interaction a little bit more, and mentally I felt better, and I didn't see that it affected my work that much. On the other hand, it actually benefited me because I found that the loneliness side of it was too much on my mind before, and it was bothering me, and now that's gone. So anyway, so we're back now. All of this whole journey is all about balance. Everything you're doing is about balance. How much you see your friends, how much you meet girls, how much you work, how much you train. It's all about having a balance that works for you. And with most things now, thankfully, it's taken me over a year, but I've found that balance with everything where I get the most out of the work I'm doing, and I get the most out of my social life as well, for me. And now my social life isn't crazy compared to a lot of people, and the interactions I have aren't that many, but it's enough for me to feel satisfied with it, to stay connected with the people I'm close to, and to make sure I'm doing enough work. So that's where I'm at. Getting to my point now anyway. So this weekend I met a girl. We went and got a hotel for the night, and yeah, don't need to go into too much detail about that, but anyway. So we done what we had to do. The night was done. There was no more fun, let's say, and I was sort of laying there thinking to myself, and I thought, it is such a weird thing to chase, to just sleep with someone for however many minutes it lasts. Like, we had our fun, it lasted 15 minutes, let's say, and like, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. What I found weird is that, for me, I've never struggled with women or girls, and I've never struggled to have that interaction with them. So for me, I see it differently. But a lot of my friends and a lot of people I'm around don't have that interaction with girls, and they don't have that experience. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the most experienced guy, I'm only 21, but compared to my friends, I'm very experienced. But what I'm saying is that they've not had those experiences with girls like I have, or met the amount of girls that I have, which is fine. But it's weird that when I see sort of people around me like so adamant on chasing girls, and so adamant on meeting girls and getting with girls and sleeping with girls, and from my perspective now, because I've experienced it. I've experienced the one night stands. I've experienced the relationships. I've experienced friends with benefits. I've experienced it. It's just not fulfilling. Like, all right, this goes back to my balance point. You've got to have a balance with everything. For me, I find that every now and then, I just want that sexual interaction. I want that experience every now and then, and it just takes it off of my mind, because I get to a point sometimes when I think this is because I've had those experiences a lot. I get to a point where it's on my mind and I can't stop thinking about it. So I get it out of the way, I get it done, I meet a girl, whatever, anyway. But you've got to find that balance, because, all right, in the summer I was texting 10 to 15 girls, I was meeting different girls at the same time, blah blah blah. Anyway, they're doing it as well, I'm doing it doesn't matter, but you just got to find that balance, because it is a very unfulfilling thing, and I just find it interesting that such a huge population of boys and men don't experience it, and it's all they chase. But what they don't realise is, when you get to that, it's not as fulfilling as you think it is, or it's not as fulfilling as you think it's going to be. It's just, it just lacks, like, substance. Like, you're not, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but it's not worth all the time and energy I was sacrificing during the summer. So back to my point, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying cut it out, because I do believe naturally as men, you need a bit of that every now and then. You need that female interaction. But what I'm saying is, don't give up your whole life and all your dreams for it, because it is very unfulfilling. It is very substanceless. It is very purposeless. Like, I don't know, just, again, everything's about balance. I don't really know how to explain fully what I'm saying, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that it's not as, if there's anyone out there who is trying to do what I'm doing business wise, and they don't have that girl interaction, and they're going crazy trying to focus on the girls, all I'd say is that unless you can really balance it and not have it affect what you're trying to build, don't go crazy with it, because it's not as fulfilling as you think it would be. All right, it's fun for the time, but afterwards you think, right, I've texted this girl for weeks, I've texted this girl for months, and it's like, what was that it? Was that what it's worth? All right, you finished, okay, and that's it. You go home, get on me, like, I don't know. And it's weird because the people that have the same opinion as me are only the people that have been in my situation and done what I've done. The people that chase it and the people that are so obsessed with it are the people that haven't done it. But it's interesting, when you tell the people that haven't done it that it's not all it plays up to be, they don't listen. I don't know. Look, everything's about balance. Like the old ancient Greeks would say, they'd say it's all about balance. Everything in, what was the word they used? I can't remember now. Anyway, but just whatever you're doing, just find a balance with it. You don't need to become a robot and live at your desk behind your computer and cut off all social interaction. And you don't need to be full all day, every day, social butterfly and ditching your work. You need to find the balance that works for you, that keeps you mentally good, to allow you to work, to allow you to interact with people. So yeah, that was a bit of waffle, but like I said, I'm just trying to spew what's on my head at the moment. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, look, it is fun meeting girls every now and then, but don't make it your sole purpose in life, because you'll realise after a couple of times it's not as meaningful and it's not as purposeful and it's not as fulfilling as you think it would be. And especially when you've got a purpose and you've got a goal and you've got an ambition, when you put time into girls just to meet them and have a bit of fun with them, you realise that you wasted hours that you could be put elsewhere, so essentially. So yeah, there we go. Again, I don't know if that really makes sense to anyone. I don't know if I'm just waffling my head off, but as I said, I'm just gonna speak what's on my mind and speak what I'm thinking at the time, and if it helps someone, it does. If it don't, it don't. I look like an idiot, but there you go. So yeah, that's my update for today. 1 week till Christmas. I probably won't be coming in next week because my dad will be off, so I won't have access to this. So I have to be working from home, but nothing wrong with that. Mix it up a little bit. And then January, hard outreach, going crazy, like I did start of this year. But yeah, I just need to do more outreach, and there we go. So that's my update for today. I'll catch you in the next one.